Hi guys, and happy Friday, and it's the 1st of May today, so we're into a new month. Okay, so we're going to start with our phonics. Okay, all we're going to do is a quick recap of people. I want to see if we can remember our little rhyme, our little sentence that we did yesterday. So can we remember it? It started: Pete eats oranges. Pete loves eating. Okay, can you say it again for me? Super job, well done. So Pete eats oranges. Pete loves eating. Now, because it's Friday, what I'd like you to do, okay, is you can pause the video and I'd like you to just have a go on some phonics games, okay? If you can stick to the sounds that we've been practicing this week, okay, making sure you're doing phase 5, you can have a go on some phonics websites and have a play with some phonics games, okay? And we'll go on to our reading. So this time I've written you a letter, okay? So I'm going to pause the video. Sorry, I want you to pause your video and read the letter I've written to you. Okay, off you go. Super job, well done. And now we're going to read it all together. Dear Year 1, I hope you've enjoyed your week and your learning. It is Friday today, so that means it is nearly the weekend. What are you doing this weekend? I am going to walk the dog to the field. His name is Rocky. I might do some baking as well. I'm going to bake a chocolate cake for my family. Have you done any baking so far at home? Last week I baked a banana bread, but we don't have any bananas left this week. I am missing you all lots. What do you miss the most about school? I can't wait to read your letters back. From Miss Bowen. Okay, so we've got some questions to answer about the letter that I've written for you. Okay, so question number 1, what is Miss Bowen going to do this weekend? Okay, so pause your screen and have a go at answering that for me. Okay, and we'll have a look at that all together. So, here it says, it's nearly the weekend. What are you doing this weekend? I am going to walk the dog to the field. Okay, so you could have put that I'm going to walk the dog. You could also have said that I'm going to do some baking. Okay, so there's 2 things you could have put. But even if you've just got one, that's fantastic. So well done, guys. Question number 2. What is Miss Bowen's dog called? Okay, so pause again and have a go at answering this one. What is Miss Bowen's dog called? Okay, super job, guys. Well done. So I'm going to walk the dog. Here it talks about the dog, so we need to have a look around here, don't we? To the field. His name is Rocky. Okay, so you should have Rocky is the name of my dog. Question number 3. Why isn't Miss Bowen making banana bread this week? So why am I not making banana bread this week or this weekend? So pause your screen and have a go at that, and then we'll look at it all together. Okay, super. So you should have found, here it says, last week I baked a banana bread, but we don't have any bananas left this week. Okay, so I'm not baking a banana bread this week because there are no bananas left. They've all been eaten up. Okay. And question number 4, who is Miss Bowen making a chocolate cake for this weekend? Okay, so again, have a look back at the letter, find where it talks about a chocolate cake and find who I'm going to be making it for. Okay, pause your screens and have a go at that question for me. Okay, fab. So it says here, I am going to bake a chocolate cake for my family. Okay, so you should have got my family. Okay, well done for that one, guys. Now, on to our writing. What you're going to do, again, we're writing our letters with our purpose to give people information and all of our lovely features that hopefully you are all going to include again today. And you are going to write a letter reply to me, okay? So I'm going to pop my letter back on the screen and you're going to write a reply to my letter to you. And remember, you need to answer all of my questions and use detail as well. So that means adjectives, okay, lots of information, okay. So what I'd like you to do is pause your screens and have a go at writing your letter back to me. Off you go. Super job, year one, well done, and I'm really looking forward to having a look at some of those letters, so make sure you email them all across to me, get your grown-ups to take a picture, because I'm really looking forward to reading your letters back to me. Okay, and that brings us on to our maths for today. So, can I see the link between equal groups and multiplication? Okay, so again, can you remember what this is called that we've got on the board? It's called an array. Okay, well done, it's an array. So, we have got 4 groups of 5. So if you have a look here, we've got 5. Okay. But if we split all of the 5s into groups, 1, 2, oh, sorry, that's a bit scruffy, 3, and 4. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, and each group has got 5 in it. So how can we draw that as a sum? 4 groups of 5. Okay, so like we've practiced earlier in the week, 4 groups of 5. And how many does that make altogether? Pause your screen if you need to count quickly. That brings us to 20. Okay, so 4 groups of 5 is 20. Okay, so we're going to have a little look at division. Okay, what does it mean to divide? So I'm just going to take it off the PowerPoint just so that I can show you by moving them around. So when we're dividing things, what it means is that we are sharing them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my circles into 2 different groups. I'm going to share them. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 here. Remember, they have to be equal groups, okay, and 1 here. So 1, 2 for that group, 2 for this group, 3 for that group, and 3 for this group, 4 for this group, and 4 for this group, 5 for this group, and 5 for this group. So I have shared my circles into 2 groups. Okay, how many is in each group? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what I've done is I've shared my circles into 2 equal groups. Okay, so 2 groups of how much is in each group? 5. So 2 groups of 5. Okay, I'm going to put that back on the PowerPoint now. So we've got our 2 groups of 5. So how we can show that, sorry. Okay, we can put a circle around them so we can see that it's 2 different groups. So now I'm going to show you how we could write a division sum. Okay, so first we need to figure out how many we started with all together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we started with 10. Now there's a special sign for shared. Okay, it looks like this. It's a line with a dot on top and a dot underneath. So I've shared 10 between 2 groups. So I started with 10, shared it into 2 groups, and each group has got 5. Okay. Now remember when we did the multiplication sums, okay, we had something like this. What did we say? We said we have 2 groups of, how much is in each group? 5 equals, how much have we got all together? 10. So I want you to have a look at these 2 sums, okay, and what is similar about them? Have a look, what is similar? Pause your screen and have a little think, and maybe you can tell me as well what you think is similar about the sums. Okay, they've all got the same numbers. They've both got a 2, they've both got a 5, and they've both got 10. They're just in a different order. Okay. So we're going to have another go. So again, I'm just going to take off the PowerPoint so I can split them into lots and lots of groups. So I'm going to split it into 5 groups this time. Okay, so let's put 1 group here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me just move these ones out of the way. These are my 5 groups. Okay, and I'm going to put some things in each group. So 2 for that group, 2 for this group. Remember, they have to be equal, so I have to have the same in each group. 2 for this group, 2 for this group, and 2 for this group. Okay, I've still got some left over. 3 for this group, 3 for this group, 3 for this group, 3 for this group, and 3 for this group. Okay, still got another one, some more to go. 1 for this, 4 for this group, 4 for this group, 4 for this group, 4 for this group, and 4 for this group. And I've used up all of my circles. Okay, so have I got the same amount of circles in all of my groups? Yes, I have. So I've got a group here, so let's draw a circle around each group so I know that they're in groups. Okay. So I started off, I had 20 circles to begin with. Okay. And I've managed to share them equally into some groups. How many groups have I shared my 20 into? How many groups have I made? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've started with 20 circles and I've split them into 5 groups. Okay. How many circles are in each group? 4. Okay, so I've started with 20. I've split them into 5 groups and I've ended up with 4 in each group. Okay, now I'm going to have a go at drawing a times sum. So, how many groups have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have got 5 groups of, how many is in each group? 4. So 5 groups of 4. And how many have I got all together? Now, we can count these, but we can also look at our other sum for help. So we've used the 5 and the 4. Which number have we got left? It's the biggest one, isn't it? Okay. Now, when we're doing a dividing sum like this, the biggest number is always at the beginning like this, okay? We'll always have the biggest number first. But when we do a multiplication sum, a times sum, the biggest number will always be the answer. It will always come last, okay? So we can just switch them round and they will still make sense, as long as the bigger number comes first in the division sum and last in the multiplication sum, okay? So, all I'd like you to do today is have a look at the 3 numbers that I've put up on the board, on the screen, sorry. Okay, we've got a 5, we've got a 2, and a 10. I would like you to see what sums you can make with these numbers. Okay, so have a think about what I've just shown you and have a think what sums you can make with those numbers. You can draw some groups if you need to, but think about how we can switch the sums around. Remembering the biggest number always has to come at the beginning for division and at the end for multiplication. Okay, right, pause your screens and have a go making some sums with those numbers. Okay, off you go. Fantastic, well done year 1. I'm sure you've got some great ideas. Again, I'd love it if you could show me so I can see what ideas you've come up with. We're going to work a little bit more on that next week, okay? And that's the end of today's video. So remember to send me all of your work and activities, and I'd love to see what you've been up to and what you're going to get up to on the weekend, okay? Have a lovely weekend. Remember to stay safe, and I'll see you for some more learning next week.